Hello everyone. Today I'll be talking about configuration factor in dental composites. Dental restorative materials are specially fabricated materials which are designed to restore the function, integrity and morphology of missing tooth structure, usually resulting from dental caries. In dentistry, the long-term success of restoration depends upon the proper selection of dental material. And as we know that dental amalgam has been the choice of material in dentistry for a very long time, but because of its inherent aesthetics and mercury toxicity, it has been discontinued. And also it leads to foul breath, metallic taste and stomatitis. And apart from dental amalgam, we have few cements like zinc polycarboxylate, glass ionomer, zinc phosphate and many more cements, but these cements they lack the mechanical properties which an ideal cement should have. But the demand for aesthetics in dentistry from a very long period has led to the discovery of a restorative material like composite. Now composites are becoming increasingly popular due to their aesthetics and improved mechanical and physical properties. And if you talk about the composition, composites have got resin matrix, fillers and coupling agents. And if the clinician has the skills and thorough knowledge about the material and anatomy of the tooth, then the tooth can be restored with the natural anatomy and natural tooth color with the help of these dental composites. Now, depending upon the filler content and the size of the filler, these composites have been further classified into macrofiller, midifiller, minifiller, microfiller and nanofiller. But like every other material in dentistry, every material has got few pros and cons. Similarly, composites also have a disadvantage. Disadvantage is shrinkage during polymerization. Now, when a cavity is filled with dental composite, the composite is evenly adapted to the walls of the tooth. But when the polymerization starts, the composite has got monomers in it, free monomers in it. So when polymerization starts, these free monomers they start joining together and they form long chains. And then these long chains are called as polymer. So there is an overall volumetric shrinkage initially. But when the monomer gets converted into polymer and after that also if shrinkage occurs, that shrinkage leads to stress formation and this stress formation cannot be dissipated. And this shrinkage stress basically contracts the material and detaches itself from the cavity wall. And because of this gap formation can lead to secondary caries, it can lead to post-op hypersensitivity, it can lead to fracture of the restoration and also can cause cusp fracture. Now there are many factors which can lead to this shrinkage like the filler content of the composite, intensity of light, type of resin monomer, cavity configuration and elastic modulus of material. So let us see that how cavity configuration has a role to play in shrinkage during polymerization. Now C factor makes us anticipate that how much shrinkage could occur in a given cavity. Now this depends upon the type of cavity, whether it's a class 1, class 2, 3, 4 or 5. This configuration factor, the concept of configuration factor was given by Fielder, where he said that C factor is basically the ratio of the bonded surface to the unbonded surface. So let us understand that how it is related to the types of cavities. If we talk about class 5 cavity, as you can see in the image, if we calculate the total number of bonded surfaces, there is only one surface which is getting bonded to the composite. Rest, there are 5 surfaces which are free. So if we calculate the ratio of bonded, that is 1, to the unbonded, which is 5, the answer which we get is 0.2. If the number of bonded surfaces is 1, then the C factor is 0.2. Similarly in class 4, there are 2 bonded and 4 unbonded. So the C factor comes out to be 0.5. In class 3, the ratio is 1 because the number of bonded are also 3. The number of unbonded surface is 3. So the C factor is 1. And in class 2 and class 1, as you see the C factor has increased. In class 2 it has come around to be 2 and in class 1 it has come out around to be 5. Because in class 5 only the occlusal surface is a free surface. Rest all the 5 surfaces are bonded with the composite. So if we talk about the configuration factor, higher the C factor, higher is polymerization shrinkage. And as you see, as we move from class 5 to class 1, the C factor is increasing. And if the C factor exceeds more than 1, it leads to more stress formation. Now, what are the factors which can help in reducing the configuration factor? Now, there are factors like we can place a composite in increments, we can initially place a flowable composite to avoid shrinkage stress, and initially also we can start with the soft side polymerization instead of directly jumping onto the high intensity polymerization. So if all these factors are considered and all the measures are taken, then definitely C factor can be reduced, which can help in increasing the life of the restoration. Thank you.